Yo, this is the one and only Rich O'Toole. What's up? Hey man, have y'all seen me on Grab 'em by the Brisket podcast? Grab 'em by the brisket. Grab them by the brisket.
Dude, honestly, this is probably my favorite day of the week. Hopefully it is for you guys as well and the people that are listening and joining along. As you go through your work week, and obviously we're not rich and famous enough to have just millions of dollars sitting in the bank account. We're all grinding, doing our 40 hours a week. Maybe somebody are doing a little bit less. I don't know.
40?
Right.
I remember my first part-time job.
Exactly. But times like these, where we're able to sit around the table here and knock back a couple of beers and talk a little barbecue and just share the stories that we have. I mean, it's what makes Grabbing the Brisket what it is. So, hey, thanks for being here, guys. And this is awesome.
And we have all five of us together at one time.
We do.
For the first time in a minute.
It's been a while.
This is like, what do you call it? Like, not Power Rangers, but I'm going more Voltron, where you get like all the pieces together that unite to this one giant, like Grabbing the Brisket, like I think the internet's going to melt down for sure.
My brain is.
We're going to have 5 more viewers this time.
Definitely, 100%. Speaking of melting down, did you see Twitter employees are melting down right now?
Losing their jobs.
They are losing their jobs.
jobs.
The current employees are losing some of their benefits as well. Elon has gone in and taken away the free lunches and breakfasts that they were getting. And listen to this. This is kind of crazy to me. They got free lunches and breakfasts 7 days out of the week.
Yeah.
7 days.
7 days.
So when they're not working, they're going in there.
So where they're not working, they can go in there and get breakfast and lunch.
That's pretty nice.
But being in San Francisco, and obviously like we had like a little bit of a shutdown with the COVID and all that type of stuff, there's a lot of remote jobs that were going on at the same time, and a lot of people just kind of stayed home. So they only probably had about 25% of employees that were coming in and eating. And they were spending $13 million a year.
Jesus.
Just cranking out food that was just sitting there. I mean, and a lot of people kind of question, it's like, where's this food going? Like, if only a quarter of the company is sitting there, like, coming to eat it. Mm-hmm. And maybe they allowed them to purchase food offsite and get reimbursed for it. I don't know, but
we eating Kobe, son.
Some of the stuff, some of it was like they were spending over $400 a day per employee for breakfast and lunch, and I don't even know how that's happening.
Can I just cash out on that? I'll just take the cash, equivalent. I don't need their Nutri-Grain bars or whatever it is they're handing out.
I don't know if
your per diem.
Yes,
if it's true, but I did see that. I don't know if like I said, it's true. But Elon had said like he got with a buddy that did like this facial recognition thing and sent out, I guess, emails to everybody or messages, and it's Donald Trump's face
and voice,
and it's like in voice, and it's like, "Hey man, you're fired." Or
right.
Right.
It would say whoever's name it was.
Yeah. Jimmy, you're fired. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now that's horrible though. That's a bad way. Like,
I hope it's.
I don't know if it's true.
I hope that's not true.
I mean, not true.
If it is,
true.
Whatever.
He also did a deal where he was trying to see who was leaking stuff to the media.
Yeah.
So he sent out emails to everybody, but every email was slightly different.
Like there's a spacing in between a word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the one that got leaked, he looked into it, so it was like a signature. And he was like, "Oh, well, this person leaked it. You're fired."
Man, he's smart. He is smart.
Hey, fool me once.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know.
Some
I
don't know where there was
I
going.
don't know the rest of that one, but
Go on, yes.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Right.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
well, you did it better than George Bush did.
Yeah. Did I? Did he do it?
Oh, yeah. He completely butchered
I think
that.
I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember that.
So this is a Grabbing the Brisket podcast. Obviously, we dive into the main social topics that are surrounding the barbecue community in the world. We get into recipes and we
Poland,
get into
barbecue.
All of it. Like
Trump.
North Korea, South Korea.
Yeah. What was it? Briskets to North Koreans?
Right.
We actually tried to fund a project to get briskets to North Korea.
South Korea.
We talked about.
We know once the North Koreans, they try that
right.
brisket, they're not going to be communism anymore.
Right. Do you think that maybe there's a difference on how they cook their briskets, North Korea versus South Korea? Is one fat side up and the other one's fat side down?
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't think that North Korea is getting any briskets at all. So
I think they're going to take it however they can get it. Like I don't think
they're getting
care.
boiled briskets.
My daughter had mentioned, we were talking about, I don't know what brought it up, but we were talking about Texas history and whatever. And she's like, and then South Korea came up and she was talking about how, they have to have pictures of Kim Jong-un and the generals in North Korea in every building. Any building, any public facility, if it's not there, then you go to jail.
Yeah, you have to indoctrinate.
You go to jail. Yeah,
you have to, that's how you keep like that going, right? It's so strict. This is why briskets for North Korea, is going to work. And
I think so.
Floating these things over in little drones or parachutes, I think
get Dennis Rodman to take them over.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Instead of dropping bombs, we're just dropping briskets.
Dropping briskets, baby.
Just sharing the love.
Yeah, that's right.
Brisket bombs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was doing a little research. So today we're talking about kind of the history of brisket in Texas per se. Obviously, there's a lot of claiming all across the United States of who invented it first or who utilized it first.
Who cooked it first.
People have been cooking
brisket forever.
Cow brisket forever. So the smoked aspect of the brisket, more specifically being advertised in the Texas area, that's what we'll talk about a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about probably some of the little sides that were available back then and why those particular sides were available at that time. But I was looking, I was going through like this Texas history website, and it's not shocking, but for me, it's like when I see it, and it was talking like the top 25 notable like Texas historical figures that kind of shaped Texas for us. A lot of it surrounds the Alamo. A lot of it, Stephen F. Austin and Sam Houston and all that stuff. But it had their birth date and when they died, and you start looking at the math of how long these people lived.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's like mind blowing. Like first, Sam Houston, he was like 70 or 70 something, whatever. But a lot of the other ones are like mid 40s.
Yeah,
like
life expectancy was way lower.
20s
in your prime, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I mean, that's
you feel good, right? You're like, man, I'm 44 years old. And I feel fucking fantastic.
Dude, you're like, is it right around the corner? I mean, shit. But I know dietary and life expectancy was a little bit shorter back then, 100 years ago.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a lot shorter.
Do you think it's gonna? You think it's gonna keep trending forward? Do you think in another 100 years from now,
longer. That's right,
people are gonna be living until 150 or 100?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that
maybe.
like my generation was supposed to like be living into their 120s or something like that. So
really?
So
when you say my generation, like you're in a different generation than the rest of us.
Like the rest of you guys are gonna be dead. I'll be living to 120 something.
We're like a year apart, bro.
Screw you. And
Matt.
No, well, if that's the case, we're supposed to have flying cars in my generation. If we have all that,
and
right?
hoverboards.
Yeah.
So
speaking of that, I saw a TikTok talking about how the Back to the Future, and we may have seen the same TikTok. This guy was going over the relics of Back to the Future, and he showed the original pair of Nikes that
I saw that.
Michael J. Fox used, and it was like 30 years old. And I was like,
super delicate.
punch that button, bro.
no, I was like, nah, that's not right. Let me do the math here, because I mean, Back to the Future only came out like probably like maybe just
15 years ago at least.
I was like 10 years ago. I'm taking it back when I was in. Yeah, no, we're getting old, bro.
Yeah, not we, but yeah, some of y'all are.
John got a television when he's how old, John?
I just got a TV, so I'm not that old.
Right. Well, that explains why he's got 4 kids. So.
Right. Just so you know, so whichever one of you guys outlives the rest of us, or you're taking care of the rest of us, right? So.
Oh, we're doing like a blood pack right now?
Right.
What's happening?
If you're dead, what do we have to take care of?
Are we doing a blood
Exactly.
pack right now?
If I live longer than you, am I taking care of you? Is
Yes.
that your question?
Yes.
I'll bury you, I guess. I don't know what you want me to do.
what we're saying,
Man, we need like a
you-
spot in the living room, like just prop up a couch for us.
But are
Maybe
you
weekend
saying-
at Bernie's, and I'm the only one hosting the podcast at that point.
Exactly.
Because you're the youngest, you automatically think you're going to live longer?
Yeah, that's what I think.
No,
That's
he ain't.
ridiculous. There's no way. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm significantly younger, so I just thought I might be the last
Not
one. so.
significantly.
Okay.
All right, let's.
Time for that hot off the grill barbecue news, brought to you by the Barbecue News magazine, the NBBQA. And I don't have a whole lot going on. The only thing I wanted to mention is that our Christmas giveaway is coming. We mentioned this like a month ago. Gave a little teaser. I do have a few more things on the list here. The Oklahoma Joe is going to be putting a charcoal grill. This is their tabletop Rambler. We use this as a steak cooker. It's freaking badass.
Yep.
A couple other little things from them. Hey Grill Hey is doing their full lineup. That's 6 sauces and 6 rubs.
Nice.
And I love their stuff. Sucklebusters, we're going to get 4 different rubs from them. The Cambro is going to pitch in one of their go boxes. They're going to get a 1-year subscription to Barbecue News magazine.
Ooh,
And then
man,
some
look at Kel
some
coming
swag from us, some Chicks That Smoke. And I've got a few more irons in the fire that we have not found out for sure yet.
up. Okay.
I love that.
Hey, so what are they going to have to do? Is this like a like you said, enter or something, a raffle, or is this like how do we get
This will be on our social media. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably post it pretty much everywhere. There'll be lots of ways to enter. So
Okay.
be following us everywhere.
There it is.
We're going to need your
Lots
social
of stuff
security
coming out.
number. We're going to need probably like your
Right.
your
A money order,
mother's
for
maiden
$500.
name.
Yeah.
It will cost you nothing. You'll just have to, you'll just have to enter and be following, whoever's sponsoring the giveaway.
Right. You think what James brought up this thing the other day was like, you think we could do like this barbecue like beast thing? What was like just go and just randomly like set up and just do some big giveaways, right? And Christmas is coming up, and the fact that I actually asked y'all today, I was like, dude, we got to do this big giveaway, and you're like, yeah, I'm already on top of that, bro.
Right.
He's like,
shut
I'm
your face. And I'm
way
like,
ahead of you, son.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like, we could actually do like this is going to be a really, really, really big giveaway. I really think that I need to get in this.
No, I hope I win.
Yeah. We're not entering. I don't think. But
Under a fake name. Like, wait a minute, that address sounds familiar.
I'm not sitting that over there. But no, I think it's super awesome. I didn't realize you put all that work into it. So thank you so much, man. Seriously.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now for sure, 100%.
For sure, 100%.
For sure,
Uh-huh.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Guaranteed.
If you don't follow us,
Yeah. You're not going to win.
being the Grabbing the Brisket crew, you're going to purchase crappy gifts for your Christmas. Either you're buying it for your significant loved one, you're going to buy these like crappy ass like bear claws to shred
Right.
shred your pulled pork.
Yes.
You're going to buy like just terrible seasonings and sauces. Like, hey, stay tuned. Hey, we appreciate you guys following us, but let's.
Before we get too far past that, real
Yeah.
quick, can I just put it out there one more time? We're still doing the 10% off giveaway with Oklahoma Joe's. And all you got to do is use that discount code HOLIDAY10, all caps, HOLIDAY10. 10% off everything on their website.
Love it.
If you think about it, what they have in barbecue, they make it, right? There's something
Yeah.
you're looking for. Oklahoma Joe is dreaming about it. They're already, building it and producing it. So yeah, 100%. They
Definitely
got
worth
a lot of good items out there.
Can James go on now, John?
Yeah, would you please continue now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There it is. All right, so I'll leave it up to the group. Do you guys want to get into the beer review, or do you want to go right into the barbecue topics for the day?
Yeah, but I think we should all just Do a quick little toast real quick. All right, guys. Hey, listen. This doesn't happen every day.
We don't
Right.
have our.
Booyah. 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 Let's
Cheers.
go. Let's
Hey.
drink. Hey, this is a drinking podcast.
Hey, cheers! Shout out to John's mom. I know she's listening.
Yes.
Probably our one and only listening.
Yeah,
listener.
definitely.
No. We got a message from Matt's mom on Facebook today
Really?
saying, "Oh, I love the interview video with from the middle." So, and my mom was saying, something about the guacamole, avocados on the brisket, something or other, because
Yeah.
we were talking about California
Yeah.
barbecue.
That's
And
awesome.
she is
So-
in Northern California, and she does make good barbecue
That's
because she
just-
learned from
yeah.
us.
It's like Texas.
It's amazing. So we have at least 2 listeners.
We do.
Yeah.
It's moms.
And at least 2 of our 5 moms are listening.
There it is.
Moving up.
So
Hey, if you could just invest in the Grabbing the Brisket podcast, then we could probably have 3 listeners by next week. So check out that merch.
Yeah, and if you don't want to find that merch, head over to grabthebrisket.com. You'll find the merch, and you'll find the
There you
links
go.
to all of our social medias where you can get in on that giveaway. That'll probably be posted in the next week or so.
Very cool. And then
Nice.
drawing right before Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Maybe even like, I don't know, a week before Christmas, so maybe some of it will get there by Christmas. We'll see.
Very cool.
We'll figure out the
cool.
logistics.
Love it. Let's go right into barbecue topics. The history of Texas brisket, just really quick before we get super smashed, because I know these like beer reviews that we're fixing to do are high alcohol content. So I love this, and I do have pamphlets. Pamphlets is like a terrible word. What am I thinking of?
I don't know what you're
Handouts.
Handouts. I do have handouts
Flyers.
for everybody in the class to participate. But
I didn't get
obviously,
my handout yet. I
nobody.
didn't get
I
mine.
think Jan's over here bogarting everything.
Can you pass them down for the rest of the class, please?
I was not given a flyer.
Okay, I think it's right under. Oh, there they are. Look at Jan,
Thank you, John.
professional. That's only one sheet.
This is just like a front page.
Cover sheet.
That's mine.
This is very professional.
Look,
Okay.
You know this is legit because it's on paper.
Okay, history of Texas brisket. During the late 1800s, many, and I'm going to butcher the crap out of this name. It's
Jewish and
Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi Jews, as well as the Czechs, the Germans, immigrated to Texas, and obviously they probably immigrated all throughout the United States as well. But these are what they're kind of focusing in bringing that brisket, smoked brisket, and that brisket style to the Texas area.
It was like more of a corned beef, or was it?
Yeah, they're doing more
right,
like
a pastrami or something, right?
I think
Yeah.
they did that,
Yeah.
and then they started doing the actual smoked brisket as well.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like a roast at first, but then they start smoking them.
Yeah. So and it says, and I got all this information from Wikipedia. So
So you know it's accurate.
you 100% do know it's accurate.
Give me a second. And tomorrow, I'm going to be in this story, and I will be the credit. For,
Jan Moore brought brisket to Texas.
I love it.
Yeah.
So these immigrants brought with them their cuisine, which included brisket. So the Jewish immigrants were the first to smoke brisket in the United States. By the early 1900s, smoked brisket appeared on Jewish deli menus across Texas. You want me to keep reading this, or is it?
I would love
Is
to
it
keep
good?
reading
Okay.
it word for word,
All right.
verbatim.
Yeah,
I like it.
You
Yeah.
ruined it by talking.
My bad, guys. My bad. So the first mention of smoked brisket appears in the newspaper advertisement in 1910, and it was geared towards the Jewish community. And it says Texas. It's Watson's Grocery. I know John's got like a little bit of a little picture that he can show up. That kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at.
Don't ask me why it's a triple, but that's what it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No. So
I won't ask why it's at the very top of the screen either.
I don't know why this happened this way. The other one didn't do that. This is not my best showing tonight. I'm sorry, but that's it. So
this is the original advertisement that was put out there in 1910, and down in the middle somewhere you can see you can get cooked brisket for 40 cents a pound, but you can also get smoked brisket for 30 cents a pound.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you got smoked brisket was cheaper than just regular cooked brisket. And I'd imagine they probably offered like this corned beef type brisket. They offer pastrami as well.
Yeah.
Smoked brisket was like kind of the bottom rung or whatever, as far as offering these smoked meats. And this goes on several other grocery butcher shops throughout the Texas area was offering the same thing. So I don't know if we have a credit on who's the one that first started doing the smoked brisket, but
All I've heard is it was in Texas.
Well, yeah.
What does it matter?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, thank you so much for the Jewish community for coming in, showing us how to smoke brisket. Texas appreciates that, but yeah, that's Texas first again, right?
That's what they do.
Should we stand up? She's like Texas Pledge of Allegiance right now or something, or
right.
Probably.
probably.
And so we got 1950s area.
Era?
Era.
Jesus.
Error.
1950s ERA. The Black's Barbecue in Lockhart is credited themselves as the first restaurant outside the Jewish community in Texas to serve smoked brisket exclusively in their barbecue restaurants. It wasn't until the 1960s when most of the other barbecue restaurants in Texas started adopting the brisket.
Nice.
They have some good
And
barbecue.
obviously brisket is like one of the most popular dishes in Texas barbecue.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how popular it's become over the last, 15 years or so, right? And you look at like what Aaron Franklin and these big barbecue restaurants, and I consider them a huge barbecue restaurant because they're serving so much food in a short amount of time. And you get places that stay open every day, and we all have those barbecue restaurants in our town. They're open 7 days a week and whatever, but I don't know what their volume is. I don't know how many briskets are cooking in a week or whatever, but in a span of 3 or 4 days, we're talking about they're cooking 130 to 150 briskets a day, right? And that is crazy to me. Yeah, it's amazing. And you look at how many. A cow's got 2 briskets, and I think that that's a lot of freaking cows going down, man. That sucks. But
Thank you, cows.
hey, thank you.
Are you advocating for the cows' lives?
No, I'm just saying. If you think about it, that because it's so popular is the reason why it's driving that
Right.
price so high. And I don't know who to really credit for this. And I want to say that it really has to do with the first pit masters and whatever else that shows. But more than that, I think it's YouTube. I think YouTube has transformed the whole cooking barbecue game. Unbelievable, right? And now it's these how-tos. You got these pit masters that have 30, 40, 50 years experience that are breaking it down for you. And I think that's how you have backyard pit masters that are like they've excelled so much because it costs a lot of money, right? How much money does it cost to buy a brisket right now, Matt?
Yeah, like right now, $45.
Okay, Matt, don't buy brisket. John,
To buy a brisket?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like a prime?
prime
Yeah,
brisket.
you not get one for less than probably $60, $65, $70.
Yeah.
Depends on how big it is, honestly.
So, and if you think
Yeah,
about that,
I mean,
like,
20 pound brisket or 18 pound brisket is going to run you like $75, $80.
yeah.
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 So
I
think
bought-
about this. But I'm saying, I don't lose this thought, but think about this: $80 for you to go and try to cook something and fail. How more are you like? I'm gonna go spend $80 again tomorrow on cooking. Like, no, you're like,
Right.
shit, $80 like that. Maybe I can't afford to do this, and that's why I think this visual learning that YouTube has offered. Just like, well, now I'm not scared to go out and spend
Right.
$80 on a piece of meat, and that's the one common thing I hear a lot of people that are novice getting into smoking is like, well, it's a very expensive piece of meat to not make it right,
Potentially
Or
screw
to
up.
screw it up and burn it, or
Right.
where you can't eat it or anything else, right? And I don't know. I think that's how barbecue has just grown, like over the last probably 15 years. It's amazing to see this.
Yeah. And just to piggyback off a little bit what you said, you have like the Aaron Franklins, and not just the Aaron Franklins, but you have, I couldn't even put a number to how many barbecue restaurants are just in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
That are probably serving, high quality choice prime briskets. And they're if Aaron's doing 150 and you have some of these other popular ones as well, they're probably doing easily that many, and probably some maybe more. How do you sustain that? Like, I mean, I know people are
You got ranching. I mean, you got sustainable ranching. It's sustainable and whatever else, but that's not the thing. It's just how widely popular it is. But that's growing for the backyard novices, for people in the backyard to go, you know what? I'm going to spend $100, but I'm going to order me a Snake River Farms. I hear everybody talking about Snake River. I'm going to order me a Wagyu brisket, and I'm going to cook it because I've learned how to do this in my backyard. And it didn't take me 20 years and thousands of dollars to do, right? I mean, it's not that hard to smoke a brisket or whatever else, but to come out the really way you want it to and have it be, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that perfection. You know what I mean? That one bite, you're like, look over and like, damn, this may be one of the best all year that I've ever made or ever whatever, right? It's like, it's almost like golf. It's that one shot. Make that one shot, hit that one shot. You'll go back the next week or a month later and go, I'm playing again. You know, it didn't take you very much, whatever. But for barbecue, I mean, you've got to start getting it right. And I think YouTube helped facilitate that and all those type of videos.
Are you going to see just a lower quality beef?
Yeah, I think it already
moving
is.
forward.
I think the standards
It's already
are
getting worse. Yeah,
they're mass producing. I think the standards have gone lower. I think you have. I think you have things that are being considered prime, and I'm like, this is like lowered, a lower choice, or even I wouldn't say select. I don't think you're getting prime and it's select or whatever else, but I do think the prime is being blown out of it. I think it's being exaggerated, to be honest with you. I think
prime the grading's off, right?
Yeah, it's off. Yeah, but what you had to do, it had to do something, right? Because you couldn't just, the market had to open up a little bit more because people, it's supply and demand, right? Like you have it, it's labeled, and you can get away with it. I mean, I think that's how they're doing it. But to what we've had earlier in some of these podcasts, we're talking about is the gradings off the ribeye. So you could have a good ribeye and be like, okay, this is a choice ribeye, and then have a select brisket.
No, for sure.
Off that thing.
No.
Or no, it's impossible.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Well,
no, grading wise,
Grading
wise, it doesn't work that way. But the quality of the meat could be not as good, right?
Yes.
No, well, I think they figured out, like, science-wise, that
He went science on it. Fuck, man.
if the ribeye, and they look the marbleization
drink
in the
for this
ribeye, then that's going to carry throughout the cow itself, and it's going to be in the brisket as well.
Okay, so so you could get let me ask you a question.
But the standards may be changing, just like you go, okay, hey, you got to cook your pork to 165, and now it's like, oh no, 145, 140, you were good. Hey, chicken, still cook chicken to 165.
Well, it's not really though. You can cook chicken to 150, and they actually, in a lot of 4-star restaurants, they will try to get away with cooking their chicken to 150 because it's
Keeps it juicy.
It's way more juicier, and on top of that, it only has to maintain that 150 for how long? Right, 20 seconds. 30 seconds before it kills all bacteria. It's not that. I mean, maybe it's 3 minutes, whatever it is, but it ain't that long to remain at 150 before you can serve it. I think it's just the pink color that people tend to shy away from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we got on that tangent. I apologize if I took
There you
control
go.
of that.
Hey.
I just thought it's pretty relevant to think about how far things have come since this, to look at just what's being done out there.
Yeah. I will piggyback off that. So I saw online somebody ask a question, why with the pickles and the onions and white bread with every freaking barbecue restaurant that you go to? And we're talking just generalized white bread. Nobody's coming out with the artisanal brioche buns that are throwing out there with your...
It's funny you mention that,
with your
'cause
barbecue?
I've never ever seen a barbecue restaurant have like anything but just like plain like white bread.
That's it.
It's always that.
There's no special breads or anything.
Correct, yeah. And here in Texas, and I know a lot of people have kind of adapted as well, you get that Texas toast. So you're going to get that like really thick white bread. And there's a lot of takeaways. There's a lot of like people speculating or whatever, but it always comes down to back in the day, these butchers that first started smoking meats, and they're the ones that are credited to start doing the smoking, because they're butchering, they're putting it out there, and you may have meat that it needs to be cooked, and so they figured out a way. Okay, I'll go ahead and smoke this meat up. We'll go ahead and cook this meat up, and so when people come in, they can go ahead and get themselves some brisket, or they can get themselves some whatever. And sidewise, they really didn't. They didn't have time to go out there and sit there and just prepare potato salad or coleslaw or mac and cheese or whatever. That's not what you're going to get. Basically, you're in a grocery store.
Yeah, deli or butcher shop, right?
Pretty much.
You're in there to get meat and walk out the door. You're not hanging out. It's not a restaurant.
No.
Right?
Yeah, it's the sides that you can get readily available, and a lot of it is, hey, I got onions over here. Let me chop up some onions. You might be able to find some pickled onions, pickles as well, and sometimes they throw a little radishes or whatever they have, and white bread, of course. And white bread, of course, that kind of soaks up all the juice, especially if you got some of these briskets and pulled pork and stuff like that. That kind of helps like sop it up a little bit, or you could just make a sandwich out of the whole thing.
Yeah. You know what I wonder? I wonder how much the portions have changed since then. Like let's say 1950 or 1960, I could go in and get this sandwich, right? Buy some brisket. Oh, you got some bread, make a sandwich in there. And like I picture this plate being just, in my head, I picture it being just piled high, full of just this 30-cent a pound brisket, right? Give me 2 pounds of this, right? Or whatever. I mean, 30 cents, I get that at the time, it's a lot. But nowadays, you're like, get that, you're like one sliver of some little brisket. Here you go. It's $19, please. Thank you. Right? It's just such a huge difference. And
yeah. One last little tidbit. So I wrote down, so talking about contrast in the flavor profiles as far as getting a pickle, or so meat in general is very just rich and fatty. So having some of the pickles and the onions bring in that crunchiness, that tanginess, that kind of helps counterbalance,
Right, cut it a little bit.
the richness of the meat. That's all that's all I had.
Now, whenever you go to a barbecue restaurant, do you always get all that, James? Do you get little pickle and onion and bread and eat all that with it?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
I get mad
I
if
just
I
wasn't
don't.
sure who all actually does that.
Right. No, I get mad if I know we don't have any onions, or we don't have any pickles. And pickles is my big thing. Is like, you got to have pickles for me, especially if you're eating that meat and it's just it's very just rich and fatty, and you're like, okay, I need a little something to kind of break up that. And obviously nowadays we're able to get like sides, so you can go in with a little bit of the potato salad or a little bit of the mac and cheese or whatever to kind of break that up.
Kind of cleans your palate a little.
Correct. Yeah. Back in the day, it's like, hey,
Alex, there you are. Shit, Alex, I didn't know if your mic worked.
I hadn't got a chance to speak.
That's true. You really wouldn't shut up, James.
Listen, guys, you got to jump in here, man.
yeah. We'll go around the table really quick. Your favorite side dish going to a barbecue restaurant? What's the first one you go to?
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, I think you already knew that was mine too.
Mac and cheese?
Yeah,
Get-
mac and cheese.
well,
We did the TikTok video.
Yeah. That's terrible. Mac and
Sausage.
cheese,
That's
the
not a
first
side.
one.
Potato salad.
Sausage is a side.
Side.
What is it? You just want something like cheesy and creamy?
No, sausage, damn it.
Just because you're lactose intolerant doesn't mean the rest of us don't
Right.
enjoy mac and cheese.
I think pinto beans or whatever their beans are, or their potato salad.
Potato
I think
salad,
Potato
yeah.
salad is right
salad's-
there
yeah,
too.
potato
It's
salad.
got to
Potato
be
salad's
really good, right? And I think something like potato salad and coleslaw. There's like, you have it like in Texas or my family, we've always had like a potato salad recipe. Like it's held guarded. Like we're not a mustard. We're a mustard family. We're not a mayonnaise. We're a mustard and mayonnaise, but heavy mustard, a little bit of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
whatever.
That's the
right?
correct way to do it,
That's the
yeah.
correct way. But I equate that to coleslaw,
Yes.
right? I think there's a coleslaw like that. People are like coleslaw's made this way, and I think there's a whole bunch of different variations.
Yeah.
Of what?
Coleslaw is trash.
I
Too
always
sweet.
get coleslaw with my barbecue.
Yeah, too sweet.
Always.
Trash.
Yeah, coleslaw's good, man. When it's made well.
What's made well?
Yeah.
I want it on my pulled pork sandwich. That's about it. I don't want it anywhere else.
I can't get down with the mac and cheese because it's just so bad at so many
It's
places.
Noodles and
it's
let's
just
be honest,
not good.
It's noodles and cheese, man. Like that ain't that deep. Mac and cheese is not that great.
Unless you're putting a lot
You
of
can
tender
really-
loving care,
you really
and you got
fuck
in the
that
oven,
up.
and you're kind of
Yeah.
getting a little crispy on top. You do that, and you get all the 9 yards. Yeah, I'm down to mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You go to a regular barbecue place, and you get some mac and cheese on there. It's just like plain.
Right.
Just
It's
in
always
that thing,
plain.
you
It's
know what
always
I mean?
like,
It's just-
ugh.
yeah.
What's the
Anemic
Pluckers?
mac and cheese.
They have that rolled fried mac and cheese rolls.
I haven't had that.
Dude, logs, mac and cheese logs, dude, those are really good.
Have you ever had mac and cheese boudin?
No,
Pretty legit.
We're all going to
Okay.
be hungry after this, but
Yeah. Let's wrap
Starting
up
to get
the
hungry now.
mac and cheese / mac and cheese / mac and cheese. Let's go.
Yeah,
You brought up the question. You're like, wrap it up,
I did.
guys.
it's fine. Yeah, we all
Enough out
agree
of
mac
you.
and cheese is the best. It's fine. Let's take a second, real quick, pay some bills. Hear from one of our friends in the Odd Pods Media Network. This episode is brought to you in part by Oklahoma Joe's new Ryder Deluxe pellet grills.
Since the company's humble beginnings in 1987, Oklahoma Joe has helped those who appreciate the process and the craft of smoking.
What began with Joe Davidson, a member of the Barbecue Hall of Fame, and a dozen hand-built smokers at the Oklahoma State Fair over 30 years ago, has since forged an Oklahoma Joe's brand that builds some of the most sought-after smokers.
Oklahoma Joe has a proud history of creating uncompromising smokers and grills with carefully crafted design, and the newest generation of the popular Ryder Series pellet grills carries on this tradition.
The new features in the Oklahoma Joe's Ryder Deluxe pellet grills include a Pit Control 2.0 system that delivers the category's first dual-sensor temperature control.
Fire-focused dual sensor feedback optimizes temperature control based on selected cooking styles, low and slow smoking, or high heat grilling.
A power feed system that boasts the high torque auger motor that powers through pellets for incredible power and performance.
The new Ryder Deluxe series builds on several popular features, including smoke and sear modes, which features an impressive temperature range that runs from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to a searing hot 650 degrees Fahrenheit, and a 20-pound quick draw hopper that allows unused pellets to be drained in seconds for simple storage, removal, and swapping of pellet flavors. Guys, if you want to find out more information about the new Ryder Deluxe series pellet grills from Oklahoma Joe, check out the Oklahoma Joe's website, and the link is in our description in the bio, and that's oklahomajoe.com.
Hey, it's Dalton.
And Sam,
We want to tell you about our podcast called Big 10 Plus 4.
are you a college football fan who doesn't want to always be talking about the SEC?
Are you a college basketball fan who's tired of hearing how the Big 10 doesn't win in the big dance?
Then we're the show for you. Check us out each week on the Odd Pods Media Network. We bring you college sports with a Big Ten flavor.
Big 10 Plus 4. College sports with Midwest perspective. Blue collar and blue blood.
Hey, I'm Pantsless Aaron.
This is Stevie.
And I'm Augie. And we are BFYTW, a podcast all about playing games and having fun. Our games are usually based on British panel shows and game shows, but we'll play anything that captures our attention and imagination. Why? It's right there in the title.
You'll never guess what the F stands for.
That's right. Happy to be part of the Odd Pods Media Network. It's been pleasant so far. Still pretty new to us, but we're digging it. But now we can dig into that grabbing a brisket.
Beer review. There it is.
All right.
We're learning, guys. We are learning. Love it. What do we have?
Well, mine is the Martin's Little Monsters.
Yeah, I think that's the
right.
whole. That's
It's
the
okay.
lineup.
It's 4-pack.
called, right?
Well,
It's a 4-pack lineup. So this is basically 4 different beers. So we have the Battle Bats Vanilla Milkshake IPA. We have the Gummy Ghost Strawberry Cream Sour.
Yeah, we got the Vanilla Toffee Crunch Stout. That's Mr. Mummy here.
And then what do you got here?
John's got pictures there.
You like that?
There it is.
I'm doing things.
I have the Peanut Butter Marshmallow Cream Blonde.
Ooh, nice.
So we're kind of judging this as
It's just a 4-pack.
It's a 4-pack. They
It
all
is
came
what it
together.
is.
We're
Yeah.
judging it all together.
That's right.
Overall,
That's how you can buy it, so that's how we're going to grade it.
Well, you know what? When in Rome.
yeah, I can say this definitely has something
an
for
IPA
everybody
for
for sure.
It's an IPA for sure. I think you're right.
Oh, this smells delicious.
This is what they're doing, right? They're putting it's a holiday 4-pack. If you like IPAs, you got that. If you like the peanut butters, you got that. If you got the cream ale, boom.
Sour. There you go.
as we're all sipping.
I got the toffee crunch. I'm not hating this. This is pretty delicious.
Oh man, this may be one of the best. Try this IPA.
I'm about to.
I haven't tried that one. Trying or spilling over there,
That's
Matthew?
way better than I thought it was going to be.
It's really good.
Wow. I thought this was going to be the worst one out of the bunch.
I know. I thought the same thing too. You want to try this?
Yeah, try this one.
All right. Peanut butter.
Yeah.
A milkshake IPA. I never thought I would like.
My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
Did you wipe this off for me before you hand it to me?
Nope.
Okay.
Our
That's
germs
delicious.
are your germs.
That is
and
delicious. What's
your
the ABV
germs
on that
are
one?
ours.
All right, what's the...
Eight. Listen,
8%?
that peanut butter marshmallow cream ale is holy shit. That's good. That is a really good beer. That
It's
is
up there with the fluffy nuts.
dude. That's a really good beer, and it's 8%.
Yeah,
Man,
I
Martin
like
House
the peanut butter
coming
one.
through again. Martin House coming through again.
Let me... this one.
The first one I went for was the vanilla
toffee.
crunch one,
Yeah.
and I thought that was going to be the best one. I think it might be the weakest one out of the bunch.
I need to try it.
Did you try them all?
No, James, you got it.
Here's
I've
this
tried
one.
3 of the 4 so far.
All right. This
Has
is
anybody
what,
opened the...
what's this called?
Yeah, hand me that one there. Oh, wait, that's the vanilla toffee.
Oh, that's the one. The other one John has.
Oh, the sour is the only one I haven't had yet.
Yeah, you know, actually,
I feel like that's going to be the weakest of the bunch.
The sour's not bad. It's not overly sour. I was thinking after drinking those other ones, I was going to be like gross, but no,
Try
it's, I think it's pretty solid for a
Yeah.
sour.
Pass that around.
I'm ready for a score,
No, I got
guys.
this.
Right now, based on what I tried, this
Well, I'll
IPA,
open this one then.
it's maybe one of the best IPAs I've had in a long time. I'm going right now. I'm going 8-1.
Nice.
8-1 on the 4-pack.
8-1 on the 4-pack.
Okay.
This is actually this may be a 9-1 on a 4-pack. This 4-pack is ridiculously good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is really good.
I'm right. I'm pretty close to Jan. I was thinking 8.2.
Yeah.
And I think if it wasn't for that vanilla toffee, that was to me that was the worst one. Kind
It's
of holding
throwing
it
me
back.
off.
If,
You're
if
right.
it wasn't for that one, I think it'd be right up there. With
It's
my
very
nines.
mapley syrupy or
Yeah,
something,
something a
right?
little off
It's
for
just-
it.
I just don't. I'm not really caring for that.
But
That
so wait,
sour's not super
it's caramel.
sour.
It's caramel
Yeah.
with caramel.
So was your score 8-1 or 9-1?
It's 8-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
8-1, and
it's
you
what
said
it is.
8.2.
8-2. Okay.
Yeah. If you, by the way, here's the rules. Once you give your score, and you try to go back, actually, I'm going to do no. You gave a score,
Right.
Stick by your guns. That's is what it is.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
I'll go solid 8.0.
8-0.
It's a solid
Why would you
4-pack.
not do the 8-0, James? Why would you
Right.
not do the 8-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. For me, the peanut butter one was the best.
Yeah.
And
for
then
sure.
for me, I like the sour one the next.
No.
And then that vanilla one I actually liked. And then the IPA one was good, but maybe it's because I drank it after the peanut butter. It didn't hit for me the same as it did for you guys. But I like the 4-pack. I think it's legit.
This is a solid 4-pack. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, next time this rolls around during Halloween, pick it up for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I'm going to go 8.5 on a 4-pack.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a lot more gimmicky or something, or these would be some like oddball. Like we gotta get these out
Correct.
the door flavors. I'm surprised about how good these ones are.
Yeah, this is for the beer enthusiasts. Like, if you love all different types of beer, this 4-pack is right there for you because I mean, it hits all the notes, and man,
It does. It's
Dude.
really good, man.
every day you just have like a different one of these. Sets it right that 10%.
No, this is
That
made-
10% one.
Every day, huh, James?
Hey,
like
This is
Which
I
one's
challenge
the
I
10?
challenge each and every one of you to drink one of these 10% ones,
Yeah.
and give me a score afterwards.
Well, I would tell you this right now. This thing's meant to be drank in one day. So this is a
all
this,
four,
talk
all
here.
4. Yeah,
100%. If you look at these beers and how they're set up, this is definitely set up as a breakfast, a brunch, a lunch, and a dinner.
And a dessert.
Yeah.
Which one's dinner beer?
Well, maybe dessert.
breakfast,
peanut butter.
lunch, breakfast, lunch,
The
dinner.
peanut butter. The peanut butter has got to be the heaviest. I would think that'd be dinner.
okay.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know. I like peanut butter on my waffles, so I might
fucking-
would start with that.
Mad scientist, dude. These
Alex, did you
days.
give a score yet?
I have not.
Come on.
I'm going 8.5 on the collective.
From the 4-pack.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite?
The peanut butter is my favorite.
Nice.
I like peanut butter beers. It probably would have been higher, but the sour. I'm just not a huge sour fan. But
You know,
it's good.
This
whole pack is good.
This milkshake has a very hoppy smell to it.
It brings all the boys to the yard.
I was just fixing to go there. Damn it, Jonathan!
But when you drink it, it's very light.
It's not super.
It's
hoppy.
very light.
Yeah.
It's not super hoppy, and it's delicious.
Let me have another sip of that one.
No,
We're just passing all these around.
Right.
Yeah, if one of us is
you
sick,
got
we're
COVID.
now.
Nah, I got
also-
COVID. No.
Exactly. Hey. And this probably does conclude
To grab them
the
in the
grabbing
brisket.
the brisket.
Beer review.
There it is. Cheers. Yeah, I can't get over this one.
One of these days, we're
This
going
is
to
really good beer.
outsource that sound to somebody.
No, we're not.
No.
We're always going to just sing
Right.
it.
No,
Ed
no, sir.
Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's going to do it
should.
for us.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It may be one of the corniest things that we do. I would actually love just to hit a button and go, I don't have to say the damn
Look,
thing again. I'm going to be honest with you.
For the same reason I like to watch Cobra Kai, a little bit of cheese is good. as
Right.
far as
No,
I'm
I'm
concerned.
fine.
Oh, it's definitely cheddar.
Brother, I think, sharp cheddar, okay?
Right, put it to the listeners. Hey, if y'all think that we should not do that anymore and get a little jingle in there,
Yeah.
reach out, let us know. Or if you think that we need
Yeah.
to keep sounding like idiots, and tell us that too. We'd like to know.
Let's not sound like
Or if we can get of our listeners to do the
Yes, that's
do
what-
the
that's
jingle
where I was
for us,
going.
then we inject it in.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
so that's a great idea.
Maybe a jingle competition.
Or just every single time we do this, there's a different jingle.
When it's Christmas
A different
time,
one,
yeah. Let's
Yes.
we
Hey,
can hold a little.
call into our hotline. It's on the screen now, 434-829-2299. And leave your barbecue fail, barbecue win, and leave a little jingle for us.
Yeah.
Leave a little beer review, and we'll use it.
And I think probably like the worst
like
one
that.
would
I
get
like
on
that.
first.
But do you don't do it like
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Right.
Do you give us your version of how we should be
Yeah.
doing the beer review
Exactly.
song, the jingle?
Yes.
You right?
If it's Jan's a bitch and we're drinking beer, then
Yeah.
do that. That's
or,
fine. We'll
or if
play
it's
that.
like, John, you're going to slash your tires. You're not able to
Yeah.
get home tonight.
On my bike,
Yep, that's right. Now look at that. You're having to carry that motherfucker home.
make it a
That
ride.
sucks. Super cold.
definitely crossfitting that motherfucker all the way home.
Hey, good luck. Close
All
the door.
right. Do we have a winner or fail today?
I believe we do.
We
Somebody
do.
call into the hotline?
Yes.
Yes?
Let's see what we got.
Hey guys, this is your favorite Cowboys fan,
Oh,
Terry Brooks.
there it is.
Hey man, I just want to let y'all know that I got to win the third place win, but by God, a W is a W, right?
That
Yes,
is
sir.
right.
Very first chili cook-off I've ever competed in, and I took third place.
Why is he this good all the time?
I did a deer chili, but I also smoked a chuck roast. I smoked a chuck roast for about 3 or 4 hours, let it rest for a little bit, cubed it up, put it back in the deer chili, dumped a bottle or two of Shiner Bock, and let it simmer, let it thicken back up.
Texas chili.
And I think the people's choice, people go around, they taste your chili, and then they drop tickets in your bucket. Everybody told me that my chili was too hot, but it seemed like a geriatric ward that was there. So they seemed like that it was too hot. But
Bunch of blue hairs
when
running
the judges
everywhere.
came, they showed up and, deemed me third place. So, hey, very first chili cook-off, I got third place. We all good. I'll send y'all a picture and post it up. And, hey, man, everybody just keep on smoking. Thank
There
y'all.
it is. Thank you,
That's
Perry,
awesome.
man. Thank
Nice.
you, Perry.
Love
Yeah.
that, Perry, a.k.a. Brisket Man.
Yeah, listen, I do. Thank you for your. That's a win, right? We want your wins, we want your fails, but this also does bring out another little jingle that just happens, right? It's that Sucklebusters, Sucklebusters. Everybody wants some Sucklebusters. Listen, you get your pick, brother. I know you know, but yeah, listen what you want, and it'll get sent out to you. I'm always a big fan of that Chicks That Smoke.
Get it.
I bet if those people could handle a little spice, I bet you had the best one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Because I hate that too when I do these chili competitions, and I'm like, I'm cutting my heat because you're trying to play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I love about that, though, is like they're complaining. Like, everybody's complaining about it's too spicy. And you're like, yeah, but they come back for more, don't they? Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so hot, but you can't put the spoon down. Come on. You know that's their. I mean,
chili's supposed to be hot, in my opinion. It's
It
supposed
is.
to be spicy.
It's supposed to have some heat to it for
a
sure.
little kick to it.
Yeah, all you need is some spice and some meat and some beans. And
You know what he
Yep.
didn't do, John? Did he
Beans.
put beans in it?
Yeah, he did.
I don't think he put
No,
beans
he
in
did
it.
not.
You didn't hear that part. You guys were talking.
He
I
did
don't
not.
think he put beans in that,
You're not
John.
put- listen, I saw your
Alex.
video you put out earlier. Very controversial.
Let me just tell you, that was our video.
I know. I saw that. It's very controversial. I liked it. Here's the deal. I do like beans in my chili.
I know you do.
I prefer beans in my chili.
You put the 2 beans in your chili.
I put one bean.
I did. I put 2 beans.
You just have to
I made
call it-
this was like kitchen sink chili. This was like, what do I have? Like I had leftovers of all kinds of stuff, a couple cans of beans. I was like, I'm going with it. I had some Sucklebusters, some of the chili seasoning, browned some onions and peppers and whatnot. It's like, this is what we're doing. It was freaking fantastic. I ate it for 3 days.
My question is,
fantastic. That's so good.
is there a line?
Yeah.
Do you go 3 cans of beans in your chili?
3 different.
If you had
You
an
could-
extra
you
can?
could.
Garbanza.
You could.
Or
Kidney.
4 beans?
Yeah, you could, John,
Hey,
but you
hey,
shouldn't. Is
hey,
what
yes,
they were
you
trying
could.
to
No,
say.
100%.
He goes,
You don't.
Hey,
You should. You
I
could.
made a 6-bean chili last night. You're like, what?
You made bean soup with Bill.
You just
Ray in
made
it, okay?
beans.
Like,
But I didn't have any meat.
you could do it. You just
yeah.
have to call it chili with beans. It's not just chili.
No, you
anymore.
just can't
It's
call
chili
it
with
Texas
beans.
chili.
That's right. It's chili.
Texas chili doesn't have beans.
Listen,
Everybody else
if
has.
you go anywhere in America and you go, your beans got chili. They ask you on the menu like beans with chili. It says that. It says what's in there, right? That's chili. Go to Texas. It's chili with beans, or it's just Texas chili.
It's supposed to be spicy meat soup. That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it's just
Hey,
chili.
I like
or
it both ways.
Well,
Don't
Texas
get me
chili.
wrong. I just like it with beans too. So if I had the beans, I'm
Let me
fill the
ask you a
pot.
question. We're staying with chili. We'll get off the bean subject. Let me ask you a question. So we had our work
Turn my
competition, chili competition, a couple of weeks ago, and the team next to us, the ones that are actually won first place, and I got to try their chili, and it was a little spicy, but I watched them dump probably like a 64-ounce bottle of, maybe half of a 64-ounce bottle of tomato soup.
Like Campbell's.
Yeah, Campbell's. It said Campbell's tomato soup
Oh, see, that's just
into
not-
their pot.
Did he win?
They won first place.
It doesn't matter.
Right? No,
You're salty.
No.
Now I want to try it. I want to
Definitely,
try it. I
100%.
wouldn't know.
You're salty. That's
Yes.
what's happening.
This
For
is
sure.
like the 3rd episode I've heard
We've
this
talked
on.
about this
No.
already. You,
But I'm like, is that?
yeah.
I mean, are you guys going to try that? Are you guys
I'll
going to
try
start
it. 100%. I'll
start
try it.
dumping
I'm
tomatoes?
not
Try it.
saying I'll love it, but I'll
hey,
try it.
hold on. Can I get a question here? How many times has this motherfucker won?
One time?
Oh, only once? He ain't the guy that keeps winning out there?
No, this different guy.
Does that guy do the same
The other
thing?
guy he
Okay.
right.
So he also did this.
You're
thing.
out of this
Yeah.
conversation, James. No more James.
The other guy,
Can you put James
obviously,
down?
his secret
on,
ingredient
timeout?
was
Yeah.
tomato soup.
Bring him out of the
So
fucking
it
thing.
seems like everybody's
No.
secret ingredient is
It's
tomato soup.
Then why the hell would we not be trying this? Of course we're trying this.
We're trying
Let's
this. There-
try it.
There will be a
100%.
video of this.
We're doing tomato
We're gonna
soup
do
chili.
this.
I'm saying if you're trying to make the best chili ever that appeals to your coworkers,
Yeah.
maybe you just make fucking tomato soup
He is so salty.
and put chili powder in it.
Hey,
You cut off our bean conversation
Yeah.
for this. Okay. All
How
right.
about the
Hey,
the
throw
white?
some fucking beans in it too as well.
How about the white chili that we lost to? The white.
Yeah, that's
soup
popular,
chili.
though.
well, that was not even chili. It was a white chicken.
It's a
chicken
white. That's a white
chili.
chicken soup.
It was chicken soup.
what that
So the
was.
dude
Yes.
served. Now the second place was the guys that served the
Yeah,
it was
fancy
the-
dancy.
It was the habanero. No, that was ghost pepper chocolate chili.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. And chocolate in your chili is a thing. And I've already tried it. I know it's a thing. It's really good. Yeah.
Hey,
I was
at
told
home. Yeah.
that our chili had a wolf chili flavor.
Wolf brand.
Yeah.
Who said
nice.
that? Who said that?
The people that are going around.
Everybody loves Wolf Brand.
If there was a
It's the
people's
best.
choice,
way better than Hormel.
if they would have dropped tickets,
Oh,
people's
100%.
choice, we would have won 100%.
I agree with that.
hands down.
Oh, does he have more friends than you? Was it a blind? Was it
Everything's blind.
test?
Should
Yeah.
we kick his ass?
No, he works.
I mean,
Okay.
this is a threat. He's made a threat against his coworker.
No, I said should we?
We have to report this to
Okay.
HR.
Would you please?
Yeah.
And this concludes the Grappling the Brisket podcast. Hey, honestly, it's been a fun episode. I know we've been kind of scatterbrained a little bit. We had a little bit of technical difficulties going around, but it is what it is. But we enjoyed hanging out with you guys. We enjoyed talking barbecue with you for sure.
That's right. When you get a chance, go check out Grab the Brisket, grabthebrisket.com. Our social media is there, all the different platforms. And I swear, one of these days, John's going to relinquish some control of that so we can start posting more things on it and whatever. But I think we have a bunch of recipes coming your way. Maybe a Christmas thing. I don't know. I've got 4 or 5 written down right now, John.
There's definitely a giveaway coming up. So.
Yes, and I have definitely sent invites for all of you to be have input for the website. You could do it very easily. Just follow the damn links in the email.
Okay, perfect.
Please.
Love it.
you can also buy a shirt with my picture on it.
You can. You
Again,
want Big Al?
First person that posts a picture of them wearing a shirt with Alex's face on it, I'll send you another shirt.
There's another shirt?
Yeah.
$100.
Well, not you. You don't count it. So one of our listeners.
$100.
Other than Perry Brooks, I feel like Perry
They get
Brooks.
$100 gift card.
I feel like Brisket Man is just winning all these bottles
I
of
know.
Suckle. He's like, shit, I'm running low on chicks to smoke. Let me
I
call
better
in.
send another fail.
Let me get a fail in there.
He hadn't even cooked in like 3 months.
How about no money, but we send you something personal from us?
Yeah, we'll do
Right.
something cool.
Right.
I want to
definitely.
see somebody wearing a shirt with Alex's face on it.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that. You buy a shirt with my picture on, I'll give you $100.
All right. Wow. There it is.
Jesus.
Hey, you get $100 from this guy, and
All right. Well, hey, thanks for listening.
It's got to be a cool picture, though.
we appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. We'd like to give a special thanks to Sucklebusters Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, YETI Coolers, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Dalstrong Knives. We definitely appreciate your support.